Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today is our weightlifting and gymnastics day. Okay, so a little bit more on the technical side, but still getting in some good movement. We're gonna start out with some power cleans into some squat cleans, and we're gonna go every 2 minutes for 6 rounds. Okay, the first 3 rounds are gonna be power cleans, the last 3 rounds are gonna be squat cleans. We're gonna start out with 1 set of 3 power cleans at 75%, into 1 set of 2 at 80%, 1 single at 85%, and then when we switch to the squat cleans, we're gonna do 3 sets of 2 at 85%. So we're getting pretty heavy here. When you do these, I want you to make sure that you rest a little bit between each rep, okay? So set the bar down, drop it, whatever you need to do, shake it out. Make sure you have a good setup position every time and go for that lift, making sure you're focusing on your form. So, for the power cleans, we're gonna grab about thumb distance or thumb and a half from the knurling on the bar. The bar is gonna start at mid-shin. We're gonna have our shoulders over the bar. As we stand up, we're gonna drive our knees out and back and let our chest rise, okay? We're gonna have a slow, patient pull off of the ground. Once we get above the knees, we're gonna speed up, making sure we make contact with our thighs and then extend all the way up. So slow-mo would look like this. Slow. We start to stand up, the chest rises, the bar sweeps in, making contact about where your pockets are. Then we extend up all the way, shrug our shoulders, tug on the bar, and then pull yourself underneath the bar before you stand it up all the way. Full speed would look more like this. Slow, fast, drop, elbows come up nice and high, okay? Remember, we're gonna be building in weight on these. Then we're gonna go into our squat cleans. Come back, bar. Same idea here, but this time, as you pull yourself under the bar, you're gonna catch it in a full front squat and stand it up all the way. So, patient pull off the ground, knees go out and back, make contact, pull yourself into that full squat with the elbows up nice and high, which will help you keep your chest up as well. We're getting pretty heavy here, so 85%. I usually say if you're going 85% or higher and you wanna throw a belt on, go for it. But if you really want to work that core, maybe don't use the belt. All right, good luck. Okay, time for conditioning, and I hope you're ready for some more cleans. We're gonna do 5 rounds for time today. Each round starts with a 400-meter run, and then you're gonna get 10 hang power cleans. Now the weight on these is supposed to be fairly heavy. 155 for guys, 105 for ladies. I want you to pick a weight that you can get through your set of 10 in 1 to 2 sets, okay? It can be challenging, but if you're doing singles, it's too heavy. After each round, make sure you take a look at the clock because you're gonna rest 1 minute before you're off on that next 400-meter run. So we do the run, we come back in, we're gonna grab the bar. Since it's a hang power clean, you're gonna make sure that you deadlift the bar up all the way first, okay? If you start from the ground, that first rep doesn't count, and that sucks. So make sure you stand it up all the way. You can either take the bar to the top of the knee or go from the high hang position. Either way, just make sure you're staying above the knee, okay? Pulling it in all the way, catching it in that quarter squat, standing it up all the way. Before you pop it off the front, I want you to try to re-grab your hook grip. So thumb around the bar, fingers around the thumbs. It's gonna help you hold on to that bar. And when you catch in that front rack, you can let it go. It's that little pop to re-grab. Keep the bar close, and then that'll allow you to go into your next rep, okay? 5 rounds, run, 10 hang power cleans, look at the clock, 1 minute to rest between rounds, 16-minute time cap. Good luck. Okay, my favorite finisher today, we're gonna accumulate 2 minutes in a handstand hold. And I'm gonna give you 2 options here. Most of us are gonna do option 1, which is gonna be a wall-facing handstand hold. Option 2 is gonna be a freestanding handstand hold, and I'm actually gonna show you 2 ways to get into that one if you wanna give it a shot. Either one we choose, form is key, okay? Whenever we're doing our handstand, we're gonna have our arms up by our ears. We're gonna use our fingertips to grip the ground. Elbows are gonna be locked out. Super narrow grip. Shrug through your shoulders so you try and hide your ear with your shoulder, okay? That's the arms. Now from there, the rib cage is gonna be pulled back. A lot of times I see people hold a handstand in this archy position, which is not ideal, okay? So think about pulling your rib cage back, belly button into your spine. So instead of bracing like you would for a squat, we're gonna think suck in, which is gonna allow you to create more length. The hips are gonna be tucked, so squeeze your booty. Legs are tight, toes are pointed, okay? So that's gonna create a nice straight line. You can either wall walk yourself up into this or cartwheel into it if you're comfortable with that. But we're always focusing on our position throughout the whole hold. That's why I like to do the wall facing version, because back to wall allows you to go into this gross position that we don't want, okay? So cartwheel up if you can, walk yourself in, think of your checklist, fingers, elbows, shrugging the shoulders into the ears, pulling the rib cage back, belly button in, legs are tight, toes are pointed, okay? Accumulate 2 minutes. I would say if your form starts to go, come down. Give yourself some time. Don't power through and get into a super sloppy position, okay? If you want to try the freestanding version and you haven't quite done this in free space, or you can't quite find the balance once you kick up at first, that's the hardest part, you can try like a handstand floater into a hold. So same wall facing position, but your hands are gonna be a little bit away from the wall. This way you can pike at your waist like you're doing a deadlift, shoot one leg straight up to the ceiling, pointing that toe, and then slowly bring your second foot off of the wall to meet your first. So I'm a little further, stacking my hips, bring that one leg straight up, and then from here, pull the other toe off of the wall and see if you can balance. And you can always use the wall as needed. Maybe you just practice switching legs. That's one of my favorite drills, okay? And then lastly, if you've got it, you can try that freestanding hold. I'm gonna put myself on the spot here, see if I can hold it first try. All right, thinking about our checklist. I failed. Oh my gosh, okay. Don't bend your elbows, that's not ideal. Gripping the ground with the fingers, lock the elbows, shrug the shoulders, rib cage back, belly button in, legs are straight, toes are pointed. How long can you hold it? Have fun.